Welcome to Jade Unscripted. Trigger warning. This true story contains themes about alcohol use, including underage drinking, mental health struggles, and other difficult life experiences. So listener discretion is advised. Today's reading is an excerpt from a submission titled A Dissociative State of Being, a Memoir. This is part 1. Let's begin. I'm not a writer nor an expert on addiction, just a little girl who has recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. Remember, alcohol is but a symptom of an underlying problem. The goal of telling my story is always with the hope of spirit growth and a continual freeing from bondage of fear and shame. I believe my past and future journeys can offer reciprocal growth opportunities, which include individuals from diverse demographics struggling to sustain abstinence, followed by long-term sobriety. A philosophical tool I've learned from AA is recovery from this debilitating disease, its related traumas, is a lifelong process. There is a long period of reconstruction ahead. Alcoholics Anonymous offered me, and still today offers, a continuity of safety for admitting to the idiosyncrasy of powerlessness versus insanity. I experienced AA first at age 10 with Dad, the alcoholic, and then at 23 for self. A demoralized bottom-shelf wino dragging a clinical mental illness to be treated decades later. Alcoholics Anonymous has helped me stay abstinent within the cobwebs of life. Now, 68 and 45 years sober. The mental illness generated great shame and vulnerability to rejections in life. Yet, with spirit, higher power, I continued to walk the path of AA, a guidepost, a daily goal. Even in my adolescence, I have a desire, a responsibility to show up for life with a soundness of mind. Yet, the undiagnosed mental illness and abuse secrets left me feeling holistically lost. I continued in AA for the ideology of hope, based on the tenets of, quote, rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path, end quote. It's important to emphasize to other members, especially newbies, that soundness of mind does not happen at once. The detoxing initial abstinence is part of the reconstruction of self, allowing for mindsets to ebb and flow. Hope can be immediate, contingent on not drinking no matter what and keeping a willingness to follow the program as outlined in the literature of AA. With my mental health journey and having co-occurring disorders, alcoholism and dissociative disorder. In one moment, you're as happy as a lark, living life, walking the path, and in an instant, as if you were a shapeshifter, you leap into another dimension. You are staying abstinent, not necessarily coherent, of sound mind. Though 45 years recovered from that overwhelming, hopeless state of mind, I still unconsciously am not to tell or admit I have chronic personality disorders, nor that I am in therapy and take meds for this mental illness. This clinical oppression, its origin a collection of mores from family, church, school, work, and my own alcohol-related processes. I did not think AA members could like me, as I was holistically debilitated. AA became a place I optimistically loved and yet feared. Thank my God, I heard the preamble of AA. I believed these tenets. Since starting my recovery, including AA, I have stayed abstinent, shame-based, dry, and now sober, of sound mind. In AA meetings, similar experiences, reciprocal relationships, we openly discuss being drunks, its consequence to others, and innate degeneration. These sharings remain monumental 45 years later. Through naming the horrific abuse patterns of self-hate, hearing others, I started to relinquish, ounce by ounce, the spiritual and societal bad girl syndrome, and expose the self-talk demons unto the true offenders. I visualize when, how, and feel my moors of isolation turn into trust within a community of hope. The best assurance for my recovery is to share my mental, emotional landscape. When sharing, there are opportunities for others to learn how to express themselves and explore their innate dreams while moving towards my own cohesive actualization. The give and take relationships of hope give concrete space for comforting those silently drinking due to disempowering mindsets, sexual and domestic abuse, and daily dilemmas of living. AA, as a cradle of hope, unity, is designed as a cohesive journey of abstinence. It traveled alone. I'm grateful for the preamble of Alcoholics Anonymous, which gave me immediate credence to my seat, one day at a time. In this self-adopted solidarity of a social model structure of experiential living, mine, initially cladded with a 12-step and 12-tradition model of abstinence, sobriety became possible. You say, how? It is the demonstration of abstinence by many and longevity of my birth. Faith. Additionally, I learned new language to thwart off. Nor do I pursue predators, perps, drunks, old compadres that led to alcohol-induced PTSD and related dissociations. My PTSD memories are elusive and scary. Thank you. Until we read again.